how important it is for you for the national anthem. It's been something that it was big time on the news, and it was something that a lot of people didn't want to. Some of the athletes didn't want to do on their knees and stuff. How do you see that as a veteran, as a believer? How did that affect you?
Well, I got interviewed by the city of Edinburgh, and I'll tell you the same thing I told them. And when I heard, I heard somebody talk about this a long time ago, and then I actually witnessed this same kind of character with the guys that I served with. Okay. So during the War of 1812, the British sent one of their new ships with new weapons on it, off of Maryland, off of Fort McHenry, and they sent, Sir Francis Scott Key was an envoy, and he was supposed to negotiate a treaty with the British. Well, when they got a boat over there, they held him captive. And then they brought him on board, and they showed him these new, airburst missiles that they were going to shoot, and they were going to they were going to fire on the fort. And the captain of the ship said, "I'm going to take that flag down." And he had to get in his boat, but he couldn't leave. He had to stay. The ship had to be between him and the shore, and he's watching it going on, and they're just firing these rockets, and they were airbursts. They would come like 40 feet over the ground, and then they would explode and throw a lot of shrapnel, so they're more killing radius, a larger killing radius. And every time I thought they were aiming at the flag. And every time they thought I had a direct hit, they'd shoot up a flare, and the flag would still be standing. And he started getting motivated. That's when he started writing the words to the Star Spangled Banner. And all night long, man. And then they shoot the flares up, and that flag would still be there, and they're getting excited, right? And then, except the captain of the ship, he wasn't too excited because he's thinking there's something wrong. They kept adjusting they kept making them ground impact. They kept trying to do something to get a better effect out of these. They thought their new munitions weren't working, and they got discouraged, and then they left. They felt defeated. And he goes ashore, and he's all excited. He runs in the fort, and the first thing he sees is a pile of dead patriots. These guys that, when that flag went down, they ran in and held it up. And when that guy died, somebody else came in behind him.
Wow.
Okay. And I had guys that one of our buddies got shot. The officer, Mr. Connor, got killed. I was afraid. I'm hearing him screaming in my ear. Okay. My roommate, Isaac Rodriguez, and my chief, he was the chief in one of my platoons, Don McFall, they ran in to help. And as soon as Don knelt down, he got shot and he got killed. And Isaac got shot in the lower part of his chest. And when I came running in, that's the first thing I see is Isaac. Now the chief corpsman, the head medic, was already working on him, and I kept going. But we made direct eye contact. It was like a bolt of electricity went through my body when we made eye contact. And I could see he was in shock, and it was, and then we went in there, and then they called a ceasefire, and it was like a bus accident. And then one guy helped him patch up his leg and took him over to triage, and then everybody else I was helping. The 60 gunner was big guy. We let go of him, and his head hit the cement like dropping a bowling ball. I thought I was going to throw up, but he was dead. He was already dead. And then I pick up Don, and he was dead, and I knew him. And his wife was 2 weeks overdue. And when I came back to the States, my wife at the time, she was making dinner. I'm like, "We're going out to dinner." She goes, "Well, the wives were taking turns bringing dinner to Don's wife while she was home 2 weeks overdue." And then I come in, his brother was a SEAL. And I come in, and I'm like, then what happened? And that just was so hard. That was really hard. So I try not to think about it. It's I had a long time, it wasn't my fault that Isaac died. I'm not the one that caused the helicopters to take 2 hours to get there because they were scared. Okay. So I had to rationalize all this out so I could deal with it. You follow me?
Yeah.
So there's the answer to your question.
So the importance of the flag's important for you guys, and I think it's honoring our men and women that gave their lives. They didn't have to do it, but they did it. Right. And I think that's so powerful. I just want to say, Ruben, that was powerful. Thank you for sharing, and thank you for your services. It brings it back to life to you. But understanding that he's a SEAL and a veteran, and a lot of his friends passed away, what important it is to respect our country, because our country should be respected for the men and women that gave their life for us, for our country, for our liberties. And I think that's so powerful. And I just want to thank you, man. That was beautiful.
When I was When I first got here, I lived in Mercedes, and we saw the Isaac Rodriguez Park. I'm like, that's the coolest thing. They made a park after Isaac. Well, my Isaac was from California. This Isaac was one of the guys that put the flag at Iwo Jima.
That's crazy.
But they weren't related.
Oh.
I found that out later.
But I just want to say thank you. I know it's emotional, but I just want to say thank you, man. I tell you what, for those that didn't watch, it became real for Ruben. He lost some good friends, and that's why we respect our leaders. What'd you say? It was 1812 when the
War of 1812, yeah. And actually, what happened when that happened? The word got out. What happened? They did, and that gave the guys in Louisiana the gumption to beat the British back. Yeah. I mean, just when they heard what those patriots did at Fort McHenry, they're like, they couldn't let that happen and let them die for nothing.
It's powerful. Now you know, guys. Now you know from a veteran. These people knew the importance of freedom. And our country was based on foundation of hope.
We have guys doing that for other countries. My guys died for Panama.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, it's in a great place to live, the United States of America, and to have great patriots like Ruben to be able to give their very best and to see what he saw, and just to come back and share it is so powerful. Guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to go and visit Ruben Monday.
6 o'clock. Ruben, bring your PT gear.
Yeah, give me your number. Give me your number real quick.
956-255-0061.
If you ever want to invite Ruben to your church to share his testimony, go ahead. Gotta go, guys.